worries. Hi, everyone. He can stay with me because I want to have somebody next to me, and that is good. So you already listened a lot about me. I don't think it is too much what I need to say, but I will start saying thank you to Dr. Elizabeth. 1 year ago, I did some kind of a speak like this, and I remember in that speak, I said that you need to look for the Latinos. If you want they come to you, you need to look for them. And she did with Leslie. They are here today. So that is something for what I want to start this conversation. I was planning to figure out if I was talking to about the Spanish Heritage Month, but I changed my mind, so let me go. I will start going back and forth in English and Spanish, so keep in mind. Quería agradecerle a la doctora Elizabeth y a Leslie por el día de hoy. Hace un año di una conversación como esta y yo dije ese día que los latinos iban a llegar si nos abrían las puertas y si nos buscaban. Y eso es lo que ellas hicieron y aquí están ustedes hoy. Y quería dejarles saber. So, when I was start planning to this conversation, I was thinking what I will say, what I can thinking, what I can do. I was talking about the Hispanic Heritage Month. I say, no, ChatGPT can do better job than me right now. So I know that you students probably know what is ChatGPT, and you will start looking for that. Que cuando tenía que planear esto, dije, ¿qué voy a hablar? ¿Qué voy a decir? Pero me acordé que ahora la inteligencia artificial y el ChatGPT les pueden decir mejor la historia del mes de la herencia hispana, entonces pues cambié la idea. Y in this plan is when I came, I tell you a little bit more about my story and where I came from. I am from Caracas, big city. The chaos is everywhere, and it's loud like the music, all day around. So you will see honking people, you will be with good weather all the time, but chaos. Soy de Caracas, una ciudad caótica que tiene mucho tráfico, mucho ruido, and in this city, I grew up very lucky y crecí con mucha suerte because this city was born multicultural. And for you understand what multicultural means, is in my blood, is where I grew up, different than many people. Ser multicultural es como crecí y de dónde vengo. For you have any idea how multicultural we was, I can tell you that in my neighborhood, my friends and the friends of my family, we have neighbors from Spain, Portugal, Italy, Germany, American people in the oil fields. My grandpa was working in the oil field with American people. My dad have boss from France, Argentina, Mexico. My best friend is from Chinese parents. My nanny was from Ecuador. The best friend of my mom was from Peru and Chile. So take a picture how diverse this was. Les contaba un poco lo diverso que era la ciudad de donde yo crecí, tan diversa que mis vecinos eran de España, Portugal, Italia, Alemania y de muchos lugares, y también la diversidad estaban los americanos en los campos petroleros, eran partes de ello. My own grandpa moved Venezuela several years ago from Lebanon. So being multicultural is how we grow. Our Christmas parties was Venezuelan food and food for each of these countries. So you was going home by home and you will find food for all these countries. So when I moved here, for me, I never understood what hard could be, the situation. I really literally never understood, and I underestimate the situation. Cuando me mudé para acá, yo no entendía que hubieran esos problemas entre las comunidades, porque pues, no había crecido. And when I was here about representation matters, let me tell you, this bothered me because I didn't understand what that means. Representation matters, representation matters, representation matters in the news. And I was thinking, this is not the right way. You only have positions because you are a really good person, you have really good skills, and that is what you deserve. Of course, I didn't understand the problems that this country has. Y cuando escuchaba la frase que representación era importante, yo decía que no la entendía, porque yo venía de un sitio donde el que tenía las mejores habilidades era el que tenía que estar y que no era porque era de un país o de otro. So in that process, I literally, like many of us, the pandemic hit. Wow, what a wonderful time. Everybody have different dramas, traumas, episodios, cry, and that happened to me. Cuando la pandemia llegó, a mí también me tocó la pandemia. In that process that was extremely hard for everybody, I understand why representation matters. That was the day I understand what representation matters. Y ahí fue cuando entendí lo importante de la representación, lo importante de tener ahí. When I hear parents that the kids wasn't home and they wasn't able to do the homework because nobody was able to translate like him, and teachers, they wasn't able to function, and parents, they have kids trapped in this country that they don't know what will happen with their kids because they was here in the university, and universities try to figure out what they do with these kids. And people that will say, you have COVID. Yeah, in Spanish. If you have any question, call back. But when they call back, nobody answered in the language. That was an issue. So, cuando empecé a ver todos los problemas que teníamos, padres que no sabían cómo hacer la tarea de sus niños, padres que no entendían cómo hacer, hijos que estaban perdidos en este país porque eran como mi amigo acá, que venía de otro país y estaba atrapado, sus papás no sabían, gente que le decían que tenía COVID, que tenía que llamar de vuelta y no conseguía. Was the day I understand the representation matter. Ese día fue que entendí eso. And the example is here today, and it's really clear, because the work that Leslie is doing here in the diversity and inclusion is show up. It show up in this room. So I know that representation matter is something political, but I want to ask you remove the stigma about the war and do the job. Because ultimately, right now, 25% of our school population in the United States is Latino. 25%. So thinking what will happen in the universities in 10 years. Have this kind of events where they are bilingual now is as must. We need to start have more of these because it's the only way we can include in to the parents, including to the people, be able. I know that, for example, right now in our city, 22% of the people that go on the social welfare are Latino and receive service in Spanish. 22%. It's a big number. And it's a number that is growing. And if we go to places like Kansas City, where our select band came from, yeah, they are there, yeah. 30% of the Kansas City, Kansas is Latino. So we need to understand that we need to move forward and not backwards, and that we are here to add and not to take. That is something super important. I know that we can do it. And I know people is skeptical. Believe me, I talked with people that told me this never happened, forget about your ideas, this is not possible. But it's possible, because Venezuela did. So if we did in one country, why we don't can do it here in a small town? We can do it, we can do it. Les digo que en Kansas City, el 30% de la ciudad, Kansas City, Kansas, es latina, y ellos han avanzado y nosotros tenemos que aprender de ellos. Que si en Venezuela nosotros pudimos vivir como una comunidad, ¿por qué no lo vamos a poder hacer aquí? ¿Por qué no vamos a poder integrarnos? I want to encourage everybody. There is an effort that we need to do it together, and we need to start thinking in how we are. We need to start have people in key positions. And if the people is not here, well, we need to figure out how we love these people to move here with us. But it's the only way that we can move. For the student like him, and for that is what I asked him to stay here with me after here. Que le digo que sí, es importante que tenemos que tener personas en posiciones claves para nuestra comunidad. Y si esas personas no están preparadas o no aparecen, pues tenemos que enamorarlas para que vengan a estar con nosotros. Y for students like you, I know that in a couple years, maybe 3 or 4 years, you will be studying the world market. And many times you will be the only one in the room. And many times you will be the only doing the hard questions. And I want to tell you something. Sometimes these questions will have the answer that you want, or they never will have answers. You don't know how many times I ask him, what will happen with us? Do you remember about the people that doesn't speak the language? What you will do? And the answer we got is silent, but the message was sent. And that is what I want to recommend to you guys. Even if it's your first job, ask the questions. In the third or fourth time, they will be tired that you asking the question, and they will be ready for answer to you. So, les digo que a los estudiantes que van a salir y que van a estar entrando en el mercado de trabajo, yo los invito a que muchas veces van a estar solos en el cuarto o en esa reunión, y que sean los que hagan las preguntas y los que digan, ¿y qué va a pasar con mi población? ¿Y qué va a pasar con mi gente? ¿Cómo lo vamos a atender? Muchas veces no van a tener respuesta y lo que va a haber silencio. Sin embargo, a la tercera hora o a la cuarta ellos van a estar listos. And the last I want to say, I will put on Dr. Elizabeth on the spot right now, because I thinking that since the first Saturday of each October now is the official party in the town, I thinking this will be the pre-party. So it's in your hands. You already have this room full, and I know that it's a learning process that we are moving forward. That is hard. That is painful. We know, because we don't like talk to stuff, and we don't like this. Anybody of us like to be put it in the spot, but it's a process. When we have a child, the mother suffer. So we are in the process of suffer. And we need to do that. Nothing we can do it. Les digo que a la doctora Elizabeth la pongo en la línea para que esta sea la prefiesta de nuestra gran fiesta que hacemos el sábado, el primer sábado de octubre cada año, que ella lo ha hecho muy bien junto con Leslie, y que sabemos que tenemos que tener conversaciones que no nos gustan, tenemos que poner a personas en spot que no quizás sean lo más agradable, pero que crecer duele, como los partos. Y estamos en ese proceso y debemos hacerlo. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy, and I hope anybody dancing later and take class. I know he knows how to do it. He will do it back. Thank you.